this is what's happening and we love you and we love you and it's going to be great. It's just like, wow. Totally. Like when I really look at it.
Well, and again, because there are so many people that may watch this that are like, oh, 22 for them, whether it's because like they watched their parents get married young or whatever, it was normal. But you in the beginning of this interview started by being like, girl, I didn't even think I wanted to get married.
Yes, exactly.
So it is a big deal that at 22,
it's a mixture of that and a mixture of like, there are levels to 22. Like there's different styles of 22-year-olds, but I was like the naive, like very young, unpolished 22-year-old. Like I didn't have very much life experience, and so it's just interesting.
Which is good.
It is, but it's, again, I think like why I was excited to talk to you is because as women, there's just like so many things that happen in our life that we want to plan for, and then obviously life just doesn't go as planned. And to hear you at a young age getting married, I think like, and knowing it was such a success, but it doesn't mean the whole ride was easy. Like that's what I'm excited to get into.
Yeah.
So like a few months after getting married, you just said
you get 3 months.
Okay. What was going through your head when you found out that news?
I was confused because
How are you confused?
Because my OB said expected to take up to a year. And so I'm like, oh, in my head, I heard at least a year. I was thinking we were going to be like bar hopping. Like, it's like, nope, you're pregnant and you're going to be very, very sick. But I'm so grateful. I wouldn't change a thing.
Of course.
But it was not on my bingo card.
And when all this went down, like, I guess now looking back, what advice would you give to someone listening of like how to embrace when your timeline suddenly changes?
Oh, there's no such thing as a timeline, I think, is the bottom line. Things are going to shift. Like life is ebbs and flows, and you just kind of have to roll with the punches. Sometimes stuff's going to suck, like, but you can always recover. And I think it's important also, like sometimes you can feel like you're in.
You think so, Zara? You think so, Zara? You think she's regretting it? You think so?
Your own bubble, or like feel isolated, or like you're the only person experiencing that thing. But there's always like a resource, or there's always.
Now friends can match and chat as a pair. Try Tinder Double Date today.
A community of people who are experiencing similar things.
Okay. Did you have like any friends who were in similar life stages to you at that point?
No.
They're like, babe, we're at One Oak.
No.
What are you doing?
No. Actually, all of our friends are like just now having babies, like the past 4 or 5 years. So we were the trailblazers.
What was the hardest part of being a young mom?
I think my identity. So, because I have such an entrepreneurial spirit, not being able to call the shots all the time for myself was freaking weird. And then learning how to kind of reset myself to make it all work while still having a family was weird too. But it's made me really resilient and like a little gritty. So I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, like even thinking about how you said earlier, like once my daughter turned about 1, I was kind of looking around like, I love being a mom.
Yeah.
But I also have this other side of me that I can feel kind of wanting to come back up. And I think a lot of times women can experience like, or so I've read, because I'm obviously not a mother yet, hopefully. But like women can experience this like mom guilt of like, if I have a career and I'm not home at like, did you experience that?
I still experience that. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this.
Therapy for what?
But what I realized is like, if you lose, like for me being married and like with my husband, if you lose all of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool, then what what are you doing? And so for me, it's always been important. I mean, I'm a little ADHD. So like I have 1,000,005 ideas. I have 1,000,000 interests. I'm very creative. I like to explore those sides.
It sounds like she's really tiptoeing around what she want to say. I could be wrong, but I think I kind of agree with you, Zyrax. It does sound like a little bit she kind of has some sort of regret that she didn't get to live the life that she thought she was gonna live. Because I think in the previous, I want to say, am I in the right part? Let's see. Let me go. Moving to the Bay, love at first, kiss, first date, high school, meeting Steph. I kind of believe earlier in the beginning part where she thought that she was gonna be, you know, the one that was going to be the star, you know, acting and all these different things, while Steph was gonna be a head coach in basketball, but that didn't happen. He ended up being one of the greatest to ever do it, right? So yeah, I think I agree with you on that. I do think that it sounds like a little bit of regret, but she's trying to tiptoe around it without trying to sound too crazy, or you know, trying to embarrass her husband like she did before.
Of me, and I think it keeps me who I am to like my family and the people that I love, but it also allows me to have a certain level of confidence that I don't think I would have otherwise.
Right. It's like you grew up, like we've talked about, like having this thing that you were so passionate about. Yeah. And to lose that creative side of yourself would just mean that you're almost like doing a disservice to yourself, and then therefore to your kids and to your husband and to your relationships. Like that's who you are.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be, as women, we're always told, like, or at least it feels like people just try to have us be one-dimensional, and you can do more. Not that it's easy.
No.
But it's an option.
It's an option. Like I say all the time, I'm like, when men do it, they're like, oh my God, you're so multifaceted. Wow.
You're so
like,
talented.
What a renaissance man. And I'm like, why can't women do the same thing? Like, what is giving you the ick so bad?
Because okay, now we getting into it. Let me let her finish.
That you feel like I can't do these separate things, be good at them, or at least try to. Like what is the problem?
It is really frustrating. And then I think, thankfully, I feel like there's just been an uptick of people being like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm just going to do it. Even if it.
But here's the thing, though. This is the thing that pisses me off the most. As a lot of y'all women have life on easy mode. You have life on easy mode. It's kind of, you know what? I got the prime example for you. It's kind of like how white guys they want to see what the ones who grew up in the rich lifestyle, the ones who never had to worry about gunshots or never even seen what that life is like on that side, never even experienced it, not even on the, like, that shit just don't exist to them. And then they hear rap music and it's like, oh, I feel as if I want to experience that. Why? There's no reason for you to want to experience that. And you got life on easy mode. Why do you want to go experience? Why do you want to go over there? For what? And so it's just like when women in these spaces right here, when you have life on easy mode, why is it that you want to go and do things? For what? You got everything. You got the life. You got women out here begging to have the life that you have. You want to go. Why? Why? Yes, I'm sorry. Life ain't fair. So there are things that men can do that women cannot do. Yeah, when men do things, when they're able to do multiple things, yeah, they're multifaceted. It is what it is. But when you look at a woman, guess what? When they tell you that, look, woman, you're a superwoman because you're able to juggle being a wife, cook and clean, and make sure that the home is a home. You're the reason why your husband is able to thrive out here in these streets. But I guarantee you it wouldn't be the same vice versa. It wouldn't be. See, you as a woman, you don't understand. You as a woman, you don't understand what it means to be a man. Y'all want men to understand you so much. Do y'all understand? A man is supposed to have a purpose. Nobody ever tells a woman what her purpose is supposed to be. You just want to do it just so that way you can feel you can do it for yourself. You're not doing it for nobody else. You're doing it for yourself. But when men are out here doing it, they're not doing it. They're not doing it mainly for themselves. They're doing it for their family, man. That's why they get the praise. But when you raise great children, your children are well taken care of. They're well fed. Guess who they applaud? They not only do they applaud the father, but they more so applaud the mother, because the mother is doing a great job. Their kids are wonderful. But when that kid is a fuck up, guess who they look at as well? They look at the mom too. So you can't have your cake and eat it too. Pick a side. Cool. If you want to go sense some sort of fulfillment, go do it. But that doesn't mean that you need to get you want the praise. That's what it is. You want the praise. That's what you want. You want to be seen. You want the attention. I got it. Makes sense. You want the attention because your husband is getting all the attention, and you want some of that attention on you because you were the one who thought that you was going to be the superstar, and you're not. You wanted to be the one that's out here. You wanted to be the one that's the top dog. Why can't women just be multi? Because you ain't a man. That's why. It is what it is, bro. Take it for what it is. Because at one point there were men out here talking about, man, listen, I'm in my soft guy era. And a lot of women were going crazy. Oh, well, if you gay, just tell me you gay. It's like y'all want to be men so bad. You want to be so equal to men. You want to be able to do the things that men could do, but at the same time, you want to be treated like a woman. Nah, bro, you got to pick a side. You got to pick a side, bro. You can't have it both ways. Pick a side. Which one you want? Do you want to be the princess? Do you want to be the one that's taken care of? Or do you want to be the one that's out here getting it and you want to be the one that's called multifaceted? Then next thing you know, you're going to be the one that's called masculine and you can't get a man. Pick one. I don't know why she feeling that way. She got money. She can still do whatever it is that she feels that she missed out on, unless she wants to experience dating, which I don't know why she landed the dream. And that is my point. That's exactly my point. You got everything that you can possibly ask for and some. That every woman, that's a dream. That's a dream life for any woman. And one of the people that we always got to look at as a great representation of that is Savannah James. Great representation. She's not over here on podcast talking about, well, why isn't that women can't do this? Why is it that women? She enjoys being a fucking mother, bro. She lives in that shit. She dwells in that shit. She embodies that. She embodies that lifestyle because she understands she is good for the rest of her fucking life. Yeah, we see her podcast, but it really ain't hitting no shit because don't nobody really care. Nobody's checking for Savannah James to hear what she has to say in regards to topics that's going on out here. But when you look at her kids, when you look at her family, look at everything as a whole, they look at her like, damn, bro. She got it. She making shit. She taking care of the household. She's at all of her kids' games. She taking care. Like, she's doing her fucking thing as a mom. And I'm not saying that Ayesha Curry isn't doing her thing as a mom either. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying, like, what is it? What is it that you need to fulfill in order to go out here and be seen? For what? You still get seen. Anytime you're with Steph and Curry, they see you too, nigga. They see you too. You don't need to have the same fame that he does. You don't. I guess some know how to count their blessings and sadly some. I guess so.
It pisses all of you off so much and it makes you uncomfortable to see a woman succeeding.
It don't.
Deal with that.
Yeah.
No, and mind you, I'm sorry, I'm gonna let it play some more. But no, it don't piss men off. But what does tick men off. It's not the fact that you get success or you get visibility. It's the fact that things that come with that. You then think that you are deserving. You then think that you are equal or so. You then think that you're better than. That's typically what happens. That's the shit that men talk about. Nobody cares if you're successful. Men applaud you. If you're great, men applaud you. They say, hey, bro, dog, she tough. I rock with her. But then when you start to come out, but then when you start to use this propaganda and you start to push an agenda, oh, well, I'm a woman, hear me roar. No, that's when it becomes an issue. That's when it becomes a problem. It's like, hey, bro, here we go with this women empowerment shit. Here we go. Like, nobody needs to hear that. If you're great, you're just great. You just so happen to be a woman. Why can't it be that? You just so happen to be a woman. You're great. You're doing phenomenal. No man is gonna hate on that. If you're doing great, you're doing great. I'm gonna give you your credit, and I'm gonna give you your props. I'm gonna give you where it's due. But when you're trying to look for it because you want to get the same praise as a man, or because you're trying to be in competition with the man, it then becomes a problem. Your success ain't got shit to do with nothing. It's the things behind that. It's the things that's under the surface that men have a problem with. It's like, why is it always you got to come into a male space, and then when you in the male space, then they say, no, we got to adjust to you. Like, no, nigga, you adjust to us. This is a male dominated space. I'm not gonna tiptoe around you because now that you're in my space. No, if you want it, you will have to get it out the mud like we did. There ain't no easy hand. You ain't getting no easy handouts. You ain't getting none of that shit. You're gonna have to put in the work just like everybody else, and it's gonna be fucking hard because there's a lot of dogs in here. It's some big dogs in here. You're going to have to put in the work, and you're going to have to earn it.
On your own side, because I'm going to keep fucking pushing. Daddy Gang, hi, it's me. Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Shopify.
Same as this chick.
Okay. Growing unwell, I will say, has been a game changer for me. So, and then part for me is there are a lot of people.
I'm going to play a little
Keratin
bit.
Color by Schwarzkopf.
Do you think I look good as a brunette?
Yes! With Keratin Color, get rich, striking color, and forget about breakage. I love it! Keratin Color by Schwarzkopf. What story will you tell?
People in sports that don't obviously have to go through as much of the conversation around like fame and spotlight as you and your husband have had to. How did being in the spotlight impact your relationship in the early days? Because you guys didn't know how to handle it.
It's a double-edged sword because parts of it have afforded me doors to be open. I obviously have to walk through them and then put in the work to stay in the room. But that, I think, would be the elephant in the room, is like, I'm grateful for that side of things. But on the flip side, I in the beginning hated it so much. I did not sign up for that. I also always thought, like, I didn't know that he was going to end up playing basketball. Like, he said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. Like, I thought I was going to be like the girl out there getting it. So I didn't know. And so it just like, it was weird. And sports fans are so different than like maybe entertainment world fans. And oftentimes it's like very ruthless. And so I think I wasn't expecting that either. I remember like one time right after my first was born, she was whiny. So I was like, let me just nurse her in the back seat. And Stefan was putting a bike or something in the trunk. And this woman like opens the car door and she sticks her head in and she's like, I just wanted to see the baby. And I'm like, oh, excuse me. And she looks me dead in my face and goes, oh, honey, you know what you signed up for. And then like shuts the door on me. And I was just crying because I was like postpartum. I was just bawling my eyes out. And I'm like, what? Like, is this what it's going to be like?
Wow.
And so that the beginning phases were kind of scary for me.
And as a woman, like, did you ever experience any type of like direct scrutiny over just like you or what you looked like or how you were acting?
Oh, all the time. I feel like I still do. And that's okay. But
How did that impact you though early on when you were like, I'm still not equipped to handle this? Because now you're like seasoned. Yes, it affects you, but you now have the tools of like, I've been here before. I know exactly how to handle this moment.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it doesn't still hurt.
It was so depressing. And also it was during that time when this like social media thing was just ramping up. And so people were going buck wild. And just spewing opinions on things that didn't warrant opinions. And so I think for a while, yeah, I was very critical of myself because of the things that I was seeing.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like your fucking shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do not have a bone in my body that can keep anything to myself. So if it comes to mind, it's coming out. And he's so gracious. Like he tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. And he also comes from a place of like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true. So why are you? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen.
That's what I'm saying. And that's the issue too, bro. That's the issue too. Y'all gotta figure y'all own shit out sometimes, man. If you claim that men don't understand what you're going through, or we just don't see it from your perspective, and look, we'll give you a solution. Like, bro, stop worrying about it. We'll tell you, look, bro, that ain't true. Keep it pushing, man. Don't worry about that. But you just gotta understand. No, I don't. Let me be honest. Let me be clear about this. I don't care to understand because I think it's dumb that you worrying about what the fuck somebody else is saying. You know the same motherfuckers that's saying shit about you wish they had the life that you had, and they would trade places with you at any given fucking moment. Why the fuck you worry about what they talking about? They gonna talk. You can be dressing perfect. They gonna say something. You could be in the best shape. They gonna say something. You can be the prettiest thing walking. They gonna say something. You could be doing great in the community. They gonna say something. People gonna always have some shit to say, bro. It's like just move the fuck on, bro. Control the controllables. Control the controllables. You can't control what other people say about you. You can't. People gonna talk regardless. They gonna talk. So just move on. But you don't understand. It's just when I see it, I just like, how can people be like this? Because some people are just fucking evil. Some people are just fucking evil. And so they project their life and they project who they are on other people. It's just what it is, bro. That's just what it is. Move on.
Listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real.
Facts.
I mean, that's so men where you're like, no, wait, but I want to talk about it for 4 more hours.
Yeah.
Can we just sit down and they're like, you want me to solve it for you?
Yeah.
It's not real. We both know it's not real, blah, blah.
He's like,
no.
Go to bed.
Go to
For real. And you know how selfish that is too? Like, bro, I don't want to sit here and talk about this shit. We could be talking about something else that's productive. This ain't productive at all. None of this is productive. It ain't. After we get done talking about it, guess what's going to happen? What's going to get resolved? Nothing. I'm asking, and then what have we learned? And then next thing you know, the same shit happens a couple days later because you heard somebody else say it. No, bro. Nah, bro. No. So look, let me go to this other video real quick, and then that's still talking about this Ayesha Curry. I came across it on TikTok that this guy was speaking on as well. I want to hear what he got to say about it.
About her, Ayesha Curry is back on social media talking about how she hates Steph Curry. She was just recently on a podcast and she talked about how she actually never wanted to be married. She never wanted to have kids, and she always saw herself as a career woman, etc.
Well, from what I remember, I don't think she said she never wanted to. I think she said that she didn't expect it to happen the way that it did. She just didn't see it in the cards at the time. So,
etc. Which I get it. You know, people have visions for their own life, and when they get in relationships, sometimes they have to compromise. But my thing is, why 10 years later talk about it to the world? I get people need to get stuff off their chest. But it's just a better way of going about it than constantly embarrassing your husband. Like, every time she opened her mouth, she embarrassed this man. And then here come all the women in the comments. Oh, she's so brave for saying things that a lot of women want to say. Like, there is a way of discussing things without disrespecting and embarrassing your partner.
Or just have the conversation with your husband. If you feel in some type of way, just have the conversation with your husband. Why do you feel as if you need to go on a public platform where there's going to be many people who are going to see it, and they're going to give their thoughts and opinions? They're going to give their reaction videos. They're going to talk about you like a dog. Some of them are. Some of them may be objective about the situation. Some are going to be biased. Some are going to be on the fence. Why go on the public platform? If you feel that type of way, talk to your husband about it. You're a representation of him, whether you believe it or not. You are a representation of Mr. Stephen Curry. You are a representation of him. So you're supposed to be an extension of him. Now I get it, you just telling your backstory, you just look, yeah, I didn't see this, I didn't see my life this way. Cool, I get that. You ain't really shitting on him. You just like, I didn't